Welcome to Intro. Your first project's going to be the block. To do the block, we will use a piece of mild steel that is 1/2 inch thick, and it has been cut to a dimension larger than 4 inches. Your job is to make this block 4 inches plus or minus 5 thousandths with squared ends. The first step will be to file the end of the block so that it is square in 2 planes of existence. Across the block, edge to edge, and across the block, face to face. Okay, when you get your block, it will be rough sawn. You must first file those rough saw marks out, keeping the block square in 2 planes of existence, edge to edge, face to face. Once you have established that, you will set your combination square to just slightly more than 4 inches. You will then place your combination square on your block, ensuring it is square, and you will take the scribe and you will scribe a line. Once you have scribed a line, you've established where you're going to saw the block. You will place the block in the vise. You will then proceed to cut the block on the outside of the line. Over this way, show them the line, on the outside of the line. When you're sawing, the saw cuts in one direction. You take your hacksaw and you cut on the down stroke. Pushing harder on the saw does not make it cut faster. Light pressure, let the saw do the work. That's not how we use the saw. It will not make this go faster. It will ruin the saw blade, and then you will start over because your block will be crooked. Once you have made your cut, you will place your block in the vise and position it so that you may file the edge that you just cut. You will flat file the block, going across the block and across its length from side to side, face to face and edge to edge. And we will repeat this going both directions. We'll make a few strokes. We will stop. We will check that with the combination square to ensure that it is square in 2 planes of existence. We want to file all of the marks out of the block. Then we will measure the block with a micrometer. This is a 3 to 4 inch micrometer. It is used to measure the block. Once you have filed your block, you will then measure your block using this tool. This tool will see if we are within the 5 thousandths range of the block. Remember now, the block must be 4 inches plus or minus 5 thousandths of an inch. This is a rotary ruler. Each of the large lines here represents 25 thousandths of an inch. Each of these lines here represent 1 thousandth. This will be explained in class. When you measure your block, you want to take the micrometer and you'll use the ratchet to bring it down. As we can see, this block is at 4 inches plus 3 thousandths. It is within specification. That is why this student was allowed then to proceed with the next step, which is drilling the holes. When we drill the holes, we're going to use the B-box. The B-box. In the B-box, we will find a drill index. In the drill index, we have drill bits. We also have drills. We have a drill index card to verify the diameter of our drill bits. Okay. You will first take your block using the combination square and the scribe, and according to this, you will bisect the block so that the holes are in the middle and 1 inch from the end. So we will set our square at 1 1/4 inches because the block is 2 1/2. So we set it at 1 1/4 inches. We then take our scribe And we will mark the block. We will mark the block like so. We will flip the square over and we will mark the block like so. We'll turn the block around and we will do it from the other side. As you can see, the block has been bisected. There are two lines because the block is not perfectly 2.5 inches wide. We will now measure 1 inch from the end and we will center punch our hole. We will set our combination square to 1 inch as per instructions. We will now come to the end of the block. We will scribe the block. Turn the block around, we will scribe the block. Okay. You will then take your ball peen hammer and your center punch, which is also the scribe, place it in between the two lines that bisect the block and the line you've made from 1 inch. And you will center punch it. We will do the same to the other side. We are now ready to drill. You will show me your block before proceeding, and I will verify that this is laid out properly. You will then proceed to drill 2 holes. We will start with a 1/8 inch pilot bit, and then we will enlarge it. One hole we will enlarge to 17/64 and the other to 11/32. One machining operation will be done in the vertical. You will take your drill and you will drill your pilot hole in the vertical. You will then enlarge the hole with the enlarging bit, either one, 17/64 or 11/32, and you will enlarge the hole in the vertical. You will then take the appropriate tap, insert it into the tap handle, and you will cut the threads in the vertical. We will cut a little bit, release a little bit, we'll add some oil, cut a little bit, release it. Do not force the tap into the steel, you will break it, and you will start your block over. Once you have done that, you will then take your block and you will turn it to the horizontal. You will drill your 1/8 inch pilot hole. You will then get your enlargement bit, the one you did not use on the last hole, and you will enlarge the hole. After that, you will get the tap You will insert it into the tap handle, and you will have to rotate your block 90 degrees so that you can clear the vise. And you will tap the hole. Okay, cut some threads, clear the chips. Cut some threads, clear the chips until the tap goes through. When you are done, your block should look like this. You will then insert a bolt into the hole that you have tapped to 5/16/18, and you will tighten it down in 5-pound increments using a torque wrench until the bolt breaks. When you have broken the bolt, it will look like this. Then you will take a drill, 1/8 inch drill into the broken bolt and put a screw extractor in it, and you will extract the bolt. After that, we will use a helicoil kit. We will drill the hole out, we will tap it and install a helicoil. This is a helicoil kit. It contains an install tool, a tap, and a drill. I will give you the helicoil insert after you have completed that task. When you are done, the helicoil insert will look like this. You have now repaired the threads in the block and you're complete with the block project. This will be explained in further detail in class along with demonstrations in the shop. Have a nice day.